Welcome to my lounge room. It's time for a chat. Hey Thrivers, Jess here. So I just wanted to have an end of the year chat with you today. I'm not really teaching anything. This is not my normal style of video, but I know it has been a really tough year out there for so many of us. And I guess I just wanted to make space for us to talk about that and give you the opportunity in the comments to share your experiences and your thoughts of what this year has meant for you and your business, whether you are a beginner and you're just starting out, or whether you have been in business for a very long time like me. I have seen businesses at every stage of development struggling this year because of the economic climate and various things that are happening in the world. And I guess I just wanted to reflect on this a little bit because I started my business in 2008, and for those of you who are old enough to remember, that is when the global financial crisis hit, and it was a really tough time for a lot of people. Here in Australia, we actually rode it out pretty well, but I know in the US and other countries, it was a really tough time. The fact I managed to start and grow a business even in that sort of climate, looking back on it now, seems pretty amazing. And I think we are going through one of those periods again now, and I don't know if it's going to have a name in the future. Like at the time, we didn't realize it was the GFC. It was just the economy was bad and bad things were happening. I don't know whether we'll look back at this period and talk about it as like the post-COVID crash or something like that. But whatever it might be, things are tough right now, and I think that's a pretty objective fact if you look at the state of the economy in many countries. Here in Australia, cost of living has skyrocketed. I know it has in other places as well. Rents have gone up a lot, mortgages have gone up a lot, the cost of food and electricity and all those sorts of things have gone up a lot. And that has a two-pronged effect on people like us with small independent businesses. One, our cost of living has gone up, so it's more important than ever that we're making enough money to survive. And two, everyone else's cost of living has gone up, and so it's harder than ever for them to afford quality handmade products. You know, for a lot of us, the stuff we make is not a need, it's not a necessity. And unfortunately, when times get hard, non-necessities are the first things to be cut from the budget. So it's not surprising that so many of us have had a difficult year when people are tightening their belts and only spending money on the stuff that they really need to spend money on. Now, that being said, some of you are probably not experiencing this. Some of you might be in businesses or in a situation where, for whatever reason, you've had a really, really good year. And if that's the case, I'm super happy for you. Honestly, our business has been doing okay this year, our jewelry business. We're actually, ironically, up on our sales from last year. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that we took like 6 weeks off last year and closed the shop. So we just have 6 weeks more of sales to bolster our numbers. I think another reason is because I personally have put a lot more effort this year into marketing my jewelry business than I have for a very long time. Because really I didn't need to put a lot of effort into it. I'd kind of set things up nicely. Sales were ticking along at a level we were happy with. You know, I've talked about this before in other videos, but we deliberately choose to stay small and have a certain number of sales in our jewelry business because it's not our only form of income. Like we have the jewelry business, we have my teaching business, Create and Thrive. So I run the Thriver Circle and I run courses and things like that. That's another source of income for us. We have a small rental that we rent out. That's only happened in the last year though. So that is something that, you know, has helped us out as well. So, and we're not interested, you know, in making heaps of money. We're just interested in making enough money to live comfortably and live the lifestyle that we want. So for us, we are always focused on maintaining our jewelry business sales at a certain level without going too high with them. So they've been doing okay, but you know, there have still been some drier periods and quieter periods, more so than I'm used to seeing in previous years. And I know from so many of you listening to people, comments on Instagram, comments on Threads, comments on YouTube, my YouTube videos, my community inside the Thriver Circle, like everybody is struggling this year. It's been a really, really tough year. And if you are starting out and you're a new business, I just I guess I just want to tell you that it's not always like this. Like, this is a particularly hard time, right? And because it's a particularly hard time, if you are starting now and not seeing the success that you had hoped for, it might be that it's those external factors influencing that. Yes, you can always work smarter, work harder, do more to grow your business. And there have been plenty of people who've started and grown businesses this year despite that, because they've hit on the right thing at the right time. They're selling something people still need or want. So, you know, just because it is a hard time right now doesn't mean you can't be working on your business and even growing your business. And I think, like, basically what I'm saying is don't give up. If this is a hard time right now, don't necessarily think that this is how it's always going to be. And also remember the fact that, you know, it's always a gamble to start a business and run a business. And that's been true throughout all of time. Like, it's never easy. It's never easy to run a successful business. Anyone who manages to do it, it's pretty damn amazing that you've managed to do it, because so many businesses never get going. So many businesses fail. So if you are making some money from your business, you're doing great. And I am proud of you and well done for that. And don't let the current economic climate drag you down and make you give up on your dreams. Even if you have to get a job, even if you have to get a part-time job or a full-time job, or have some sort of other form of income at the moment, don't feel like you're somehow a failure. You're not. You're just doing what you need to do to get by. And, you know, for anyone like me whose businesses are their main income, and it's really, really important to maintain that, if you have gotten to the stage where sales are not keeping up to where they need to be and you need to get a job, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm saying this from a personal place and a personal perspective, is that, you know, I guess I have been the sole breadwinner for our family for 15 years now. I've been the one, you know, managing and running the businesses. Nick works with me in the businesses, but he has not had a job outside of the businesses in that time. He has been employed by me for a very long time and does a lot of work in the businesses. He also does most of the house spouse stuff. You know, he manages the household, I manage the businesses, and that's worked really well for us. But, you know, it's funny, like, I would feel somehow like I was a failure if he had to go get a job, or if I had to go get a part-time job. And that's a hard thing to deal with. You know, I was actually talking to him about this, and that he might pick up a little bit of like Christmas work or something just to take the pressure off a little bit, just because the cost of living has gone up so much, and just to take the pressure off me as being the one responsible for it all. So, you know, if you're in that sort of situation as well, and you know, things have to alter or change for a while, it's okay. We all have to do what we have to do to get by. And it doesn't mean your business is a failure. It just means that times are tough. So what am I doing going forward to kind of combat this? Well, I'm still doing all the marketing work I've always been doing, making sure my shop looks great, making sure I've got all my keywords sorted out. I'm doing more outreach and marketing that I wasn't doing before, just to try to get a little bit more traffic through the door, doing more social media marketing, doing more email marketing, and all of those sorts of things in my jewelry business. In my Create and Thrive business, I'm actually, a little bit of news if you aren't aware, I'm actually shutting the doors to the Thriver Circle this coming Monday, the 25th, I believe it is, of November, and I'm not reopening them until sometime in probably late January. And the reason I'm doing that is because this year marks the 10th anniversary of the Thriver Circle membership, which is amazing. So January 2015 is when I first launched the Thriver Circle, and over 2,000 people just like you have been in that community and worked through the You'll Get to Thrive course and the other resources in there over that time, which is amazing. But I'm freshening it up, I'm revamping it, I'm changing things up, and I'm trying to make it even better than it ever has been before. So to do that, I need to close the doors for a while, so I'm not worrying about taking care of new students while I'm trying to do that behind the scenes work. So that's why I'm closing the doors to that and working on making it bigger and better than ever when I reopen in January. I'll still be running Set Up Shop next year, but it probably won't be till a little bit later in the year. Things like that. So I'm thinking about my own businesses, how I can improve them, how I can make them better than ever, how I can help people more and move forward with hope and optimism, even though I think it's still going to be tough times for a while yet out there. We can't let that stop us from moving forward and working hard on our dreams. So despite the challenges of 2024, I hope that you can move forward into 2025 with that sense of hope and optimism for the future, because things will always change. Change is the only constant in life, right? Things might be a bit tough now, but let's hope that they get better moving forward. Even though it probably won't be straight away, we can still work on our dreams and work on our businesses and think about how we can make them better and how we can move forward into the future. And I just want to say a big thank you to you for being here. This channel, I've been running it for a couple of years now, and I've really enjoyed making these videos for you. We've almost hit 20,000 subscribers, which is really, really amazing. I was kind of hoping we would get there by the end of this year, but I'm having to pull back a little bit on making content so I can focus on doing my Thriver Circle refresh. So whether we do or not, I don't know. It would be really nice if we hit that number this year, but if we don't, it'll happen soon, and that's okay too. But thank you for trusting me to help you. Thank you to everyone who has invested in me, whether it's following this channel and giving me a thumbs up and a comment, whether it's sending me a lovely email, whether it's, you know, joining the Thriver Circle and learning from me directly, or taking Setup Shop, buying a shop critique from me, basically investing in me to help you, then I'm really, really thankful that you've trusted me to do that over these many, many years that I've been doing this now. And I'm looking forward to being here in 2025, still bringing you these regular free videos to help you grow your handmade business. And of course, being there with my other offerings if you decide you want to work with me directly. I've got a few more videos coming out this year, and then I'm going to be having a little bit of a content break until the Thriver Circle is back up and running again in January. So if I don't see you before then and you're not already in the circle to say hi and keep up with what's going on, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will catch you in 2025. Bye for now.